I believe people project their fears and their failures onto you, right? Am I sick? No, I just was screaming in Vegas, lost my voice. People project their fears, and you know, when you have dreams that are like, people may say, like, I'm gonna give you a prime example. Let's go back. AD always had dreams of doing music. You know what I'm saying? Being an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? Living life on my terms, doing what the fuck I want to do at the end of the day. It always felt in the bottom of my gut that I was going the right way. I wasn't getting paid from that shit for a long time. And I just knew something was going to work out for me now. Mind you, when you're in high school, right? I used to battle rap in high school. I used to just every lunchtime, I ain't even gonna say high school. I used to battle rap in middle school. You know what I'm saying? Beating on the tables, writing raps every day, doing what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing, trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I didn't have no studio equipment. You know, I had like my computer. I had a little Mickey Mouse mic. I had some shit called Mixcraft that I was recording myself into there. I was uploading my shit to MySpace, trying to get any type of buzz. Everybody around me told me, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's no. I heard no's across the board. You feel me? Then years go by. You graduate high school. You still holding on to that same dream because it feels good. It feels like you should be doing it. And then, you know, your family started. My own family told me, what you're doing is a dream. It's not going to happen. And I can't get mad at them for that. It's because they didn't dream like I dreamed. They weren't willing to take the risk that I was willing to take. I was willing to sacrifice. I was willing to be very uncomfortable no matter how long it took. It didn't matter to me at the end of the day. I just knew that something was going to work for me because, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the most religious person, but I'm very spiritual. You feel me? I believe in God. I feel like everything happens for a reason. I pray, you know what I'm saying, 3-4 times a day. I try to do the right thing when it comes down to it. I try to be a good person. But, you know, I can't get mad at my family for telling me that shit wasn't going to happen. You know what I mean? Because they were taught, you work, you go to college, you get a good job, you get married, you know what I'm saying? You save up all this money for 401k, you work, you do all this shit, and you retire. So here's somebody that has a dream and had no way of making this shit happen. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it seemed impossible at times. It seemed very impossible for me to make it out. So, you know, like I said before, I got my baby mama pregnant at 19. I had my daughter my 20th birthday. I went and got a regular job. I was working at Target. And the first thing that I did when I was working at Target, I told myself I'm not going to be here long. A year tops. A year tops, right? I would take my paycheck. I will buy my daughter Pampers and shit that she needs, and whatever little money I had, I'll go buy studio time. And my family, they was just telling me, like, stick to your job, you know, go up the ranks in your job and stuff like that, or, you know, go to college and get a better job and shit. And I was telling my family, like, nah, I'm gonna make it doing music. I'm gonna make it in entertainment. I'm gonna make it doing this and doing that. And I'm there a year, 2 years. I'm telling everybody at my job, you're not gonna hear me, and you're not gonna be here for long. I'm not gonna be here for long. Y'all gonna hear me on the radio. Y'all gonna see me on television. Y'all gonna see me doing stuff. And everybody's like, nah, nigga, that ain't gonna happen for you. They laughing at me. You know how many niggas I know close to me laughed at me? Who didn't think nothing was possible for a nigga? And it's worse when your mom, you feel me, and your uncles and your grandma and everybody is like, what you're doing is not going to work. Be realistic. That's exactly what my mom said. Be realistic. It's a pipe dream, she said. I didn't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? When I got fired from that job, I got my first paid show. It was for $100. It wasn't shit compared to what I put into the shit. But it was a start, and it let me know that God in the universe was moving me into the right upward trajectory. You know what I'm saying? And since then, everything has happened crazy. Like, I didn't plan for none of this stuff. And a lot of people told me what I'm doing, you know, you're lucky. You're one of the lucky ones. I'm not lucky. I just put in the hard fucking work, bro. I sacrificed. I didn't take no for an answer. I'm still not taking no for an answer. The AD that y'all see right now, everybody is like, hey, AD, you doing your thing, man. Fuck that. I ain't comfortable. I'm about to upgrade 5, 6, 7, 8 more steps up. You feel me? And even then, I'm going to keep on climbing. Right now, motherfuckers is telling me, AD, you got it good in fucking life. You got it good as you get. Do you know this fucking, you know how dope it is to have this fucking hat wall and have this space, my nigga, in this place that I'm living in? You know what I'm saying? I lived with my grandma, with a baby. I didn't have nothing. I had fucking $50 to my name. You feel me? I got fired. I started going crazy. Like, nigga, I gotta push hard. I started uploading my shit to Hot New Hip Hop. You feel me? At the time, trying to, you know, saying get seen. Ended up getting in contact with DJ Ill Will. Shout out to DJ Ill Will. You know what I'm saying? Paid him, you know, at the time he was doing Tiger's mixtapes. He was doing all YG shit. He was doing everybody's shit, Wayne shit, legendary shit. Hit him up one day. I think he told me $1,500 to post my motherfucking mixtape. I told him all I had was $500. He respected it. Put me on the front. Since then, the nigga started always posting my songs when I sent it in. From there, my manager, my older manager, shout out to Adrian Swish, found me from them Hot New Hip Hop vlogs. Hot New Hip Hop pages. Goes from there, introduces me, manager starts managing me, and then we started working, putting out mixtapes. I put out 4 mixtapes. I made no money from these mixtapes. No money from these mixtapes. I was making songs. I was sitting there dumping all my money into this shit. Nothing happens. I tell myself, I don't even care if nobody's listening to my shit. I'm gonna do what I feel is dope. My 5th mixtape, I come out with it. I'm getting a little response. I had a song on there that I thought, you know, had potential to get radio play. And at this time, I had, you know, a cool rapport with the DJs and stuff, just seeing them in clubs. Shout out to my brother, OT Genesis, taking me to the clubs, introducing me to these people and shit, you know. And I took this one song to the DJs, and the DJs told me they hated the song that I presented to them. They all told me that it wasn't going to work. So I got discouraged. That same song, 3 months later, and this is how I got into the music industry. I'm going to put y'all on game right now. OT had just dropped Coco. He was super hot, steaming. You feel me? He had took out like 300,000 or something like that. And he told his brother he was going to make a video, like turning up with counting the money. And he said, hey, AD just dropped a new mixtape. Give me a song from the shit. I'm going to look out for him, give him some promo. And the song that I gave to the DJs that said they said it wouldn't work, you feel me? He played it and he recorded it and he put it on his Instagram. And from there, it was, for a long time, his most viewed Instagram post. And all the comments were saying, whose song is this? Whose song is this? Whose song is this? Then TMZ picked up the video clip and posted it. And now my song is playing on TMZ. Immediately, my life changes. Immediately, my life changes. Now, all the DJs that told me that it wouldn't work are asking me to send them my song now. Now, let me show y'all how God works and the universe works. And while I know, yes, and it was I Got the Juice. Wait a minute. Yes, it is Real Deal Stepper. You feel me? This is how God and the universe works. At the time, Power 106 was the only popping radio station in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? It was very hard to get your song played on there. A lot of local artists did not have the ability to get on there, if you guys know how radio works. Real 92.3 comes. iHeart says, we want to take over LA radio, right? I don't know if you guys know how much radio costs to have a song in rotations. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's hundreds and thousands of dollars, right? And before I finish that, GMT, JC, you got to think about this, bro. I watched OT Genesis go through the same process that I went through. He didn't have no backing. Literally going to the clubs, pushing his music out. You know how OT Genesis got signed? I didn't used to go to the clubs like that. OT told me, hey, we need to go to the clubs 2-3 times a night and push our music out there. And OT used to go to the clubs and he used to get on the mic, and the club promoters would let him perform and shit like that. Busta Rhymes happened to be at one of the clubs, heard OT performing, and signed him. And from then, his shit started going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, fast forward. This is how God and the universe works. So, iHeart comes out, and they say they want to take over LA radio. They signed Big Boy. If you don't know, Big Boy is one of the greats in radio. We grew up listening to Big Boy. We still listen to Big Boy. You know what I'm saying? They sign Big Boy, and they say, who locally has some buzzing songs right now? We want to give them full rotation. Everybody said that my song was one of the hottest songs in the streets. Mind you, this is an independent guy, no motherfucking deal. You know what I'm saying? The radio station gave me full rotation of my song. The same song the DJs told me wasn't going to work. The same DJs started spinning this song. They gave me free rotation. I'm getting 30 spins a day on LA radio. At the time, I did not know what that meant. You know what I'm saying? I'm still living in Compton. I'm hearing myself on the radio every fucking day. I had no fucking credit. You know what I'm saying? Instantly, I start getting booked for shows. $3,000 here, $4,000 here, $5,000 here. Life starts to change. But I'm still living in Compton. I'm still living in Compton on the radio. And everybody in my neighborhood started saying, hey, he's about to get signed. He's about to do this. He's about to do this. You know what I'm saying? Niggas start thinking I had money. I was doing okay for myself. But a lot of motherfuckers start saying, he got money now. He got money now. Let me tell y'all something. When you don't got credit, you can't go just jump and go grab some shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go jump and grab some shit. I didn't even have a fucking car. I was driving my baby mama Nissan around. But now shit started going the right way for me. Now, I did not know as an independent artist what to do with a song that was getting 30 spins a week. I did not know what the fuck that meant. I was just happy because I always wanted to be on the radio. Here I go. And shout out to my guy DJ Head. DJ Head hit me up one day and he said, hey, can you make me a custom with my name in it? I made a custom version of this song with DJ Head's name in it. And I said, you know what? Maybe I should make a custom version for every DJ who didn't know who I was. So I made a list of about 300 DJs that I didn't know. And I went to the studio and I made a version of my song with all their names in that shit. And I sent it to them. Now I'm having DJs that I don't know spinning my fucking shit. Now I'm making a name for myself. Still independent. Now I'm taking meetings. I'm doing all type of shit. You feel me? Rumor goes around my neighborhood that AD just signed for $1 million. I don't know why that was being said. Now, my grandma had just died. R.I.P. Granny, Corolla Giles. Granny left me the house. Well, she left my family the house that I was staying in Compton. You know, but the rumor was I made $1 million. I did not have $1 million. I didn't have $10,000 at the time. Money started coming in. But where I come from, if a nigga think that you got $1 million, you best believe. Words coming around, you best believe niggas is about to run up in your spot. For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. So I was like, fuck. My credit wasn't good. I started having a little money. I'm like, damn, I want to get out of here. My uncle came to check on me one day, randomly, asked me how I was doing. I told him I was like, and at the time, me and my uncle, my whole life, he was very hard on me, real protective of me. Who was that? That's a person at your front door. Let me check my ring. Oh, that's my little brother. I gotta give y'all the real, bro. Yeah, so my uncle was always hard on me, always tripping on me. I thought that he didn't like me. So my uncle comes over to check on me one day, and I'm down. And mind you, I prayed. I told God, I'm like, man, I want to get away from here. Niggas think I got $1 million in the house. I know somebody coming to take me out. My uncle comes, checks on me. He tells me, he said, hey, you seem a little down. What's wrong with you? I'm like, I just don't want to be here no more. My uncle said, come stay with me for a little while. I said, huh? He said, come stay with me for a little while. I couldn't fucking believe it. I instantly leave my house in Compton and I go move maybe 15, 20 minutes to my uncle's house. Shout out to Pack Streams for the sub. I told everybody that I was moving. I didn't tell them where I was moving to. Everybody assumed because my song was on the radio, shit started going good, that I was moving to, you know what I'm saying, somewhere else dope, you know what I mean, whatever. No, I was not. I went back. I just moved from one hood and I moved about 15, 20 minutes away. Didn't nobody know. Didn't nobody know. And I told my uncle, I said, yeah, I want to be here. Wow, shout out to Blvd. Blvd Live is rating with 72 people. Shout out to my guy, Blvd, man. Shout out to Blvd Ray. Blvd needs the feature. Blvd is going to get the feature. Yeah, that's dope as fuck. Wow. Shout out to Blvd. Blvd's getting the feature. He got that all fucking day. All fucking day. Now let's go back to the story. Shout out to Blvd gang. Well, all the Blvd gang, the new 72, I would really appreciate if you guys gave me a sub or gifted a sub. Shout out to Blvd. Thank you, my guy. Appreciate you. Motherfuckers is coming in. Wow. But back to the story. So yeah, my uncle let me stay at his house and I planned on staying there, you feel me, for about a year. And I was stacking my money up. And while this shit happened, man, shit started going better for me. Real better for me. I happened to be at the studio one day. I run into YG. Me and YG back in the days, we didn't like each other. We used to have problems and shit like that. We ended up chopping it up for about 2 hours. And he was like, hey man, listen to my album, which was his second album. This is the Blvd raise. Shout out to my guy Blvd, man. Me and YG just talking for a couple hours. He let me hear his second album, The Still Brazy. And you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I got this song, Don't Come to LA. See if you can try to get on it. I was like, damn. So I ended up doing a verse and they fucking loved it. I ended up making the Still Brazy album. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the song Don't Come to LA. Oh, but before that, the YG shit happened. Shout out to my guy Sonic. Game, you know what I'm saying? He suggested me to come to the studio with Game. To get on Games, the documentary too. I come up there, I do my shit, I get on that shit. I'm on a documentary too. But I cannot forget, man, before all of this, shout out to my big brother Exhibit. Shout out to my big brother Exhibit. And shout out to all my Razas out there, man. I love my essays, man. Yeah, my big brother Exhibit, I'm tripping. I didn't even shout my boy out. Man, Exhibit, before the radio station played my shit for the first time, Exhibit was fucking with me and was taking trying to help me out, be hands-on with me and shit like that. And he played my song for the first time on one of his radio stations and shit. Yeah, so shout out to my big brother Exhibit. He's part of the fucking
Realm Mushis brand donated to the Mafia.
Oh,
appreciate your hustle. Remember hearing this story on the podcast.
Hey man, appreciate
inspiring
that.
To us over here. Bless up, bro.
Man, shout out to you, Mr. Mushies brand. And if it's the real Mr. Mushies, I need some more stuff, my guy. I need some stuff, my guy. But no, back to it. So yeah, it goes from me getting on Game's album, YG's album, and then shout out to Pun. Now at this time, me and Pun became my manager. I knew Pun for a while. Pun was like, hey, we about to start rocking. We started hitting the streets hard. Music started going crazy. I had an open verse from something I did. Pun sends it to E40. I get on E40's album, right? Goes from E40's album. Exhibit tells Dr. Dre about me. Dr. Dre has his radio show on Beats One. It's called The Pharmacy. Shout out to Exhibit. Exhibit, you know, brought me over there. And now I'm in a fucking studio with Dr. Dre for 2 days. I get to freestyle for Dr. Dre and, you know, get game from him. Now, from there, I'm dropping mixtape. And mind you, I'm doing all of this shit independent. No labels. Funding it my own self. No team, anything. Paying for videos. All that shit. I'm doing all this shit myself. Right? Now, music is going up. Doing what the fuck I'm doing. I'm trying to progress. But you know that costs a lot more funding and shit like that. And I'm dropping mixtapes. Now, from there, I meet this nigga Wiz. Me and Wiz become real close. And I go to tell y'all these stories of everything because from the get-go, that's God in having that faith. The universe and things just started falling into place. And it all led down to where a nigga is now and where I'm going. It's all part of the shit. You feel me? So I meet Wiz, we get super close. And he hits me up one day and he tells me to come to his video shoot. I go to his video shoot for that song, Baby Come Give Me Some. You know, they had a challenge and shit. They was doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I go to the video shoot. I'm in the video actually. Juicy J introduces me to Lil Dicky. At the time, I didn't really know Lil Dicky or know his music like that. Like, at all. So, me and Lil Dicky exchange information, and 2 years goes by. Now, Lil Dicky got the song with Chris Brown. He's popping now. His shit's going crazy. I even forgot that I met the nigga. I get a random DM from Lil Dicky. And he says, first I get a follow from him. I'm like, what the fuck, Lil Dicky following me? But I get a random DM from him and he says, hey, I remember you from the Wiz video shoot. I got this show that I don't believe the people auditioning for it. I think that you would be dope for this show. Now, mind you, when he said something about a show, I thought that he was talking about like a Facebook show or like an independent show. I didn't know he was talking about a real show. So he was like, I don't know if you're into the acting or anything like that, but if you want to try it out, let me know. So I was like, yeah. So they send me this fucking address. I go film, and I get there, and they say, hey, go to your trailer. I'm like, go to my trailer? They got your boy AD, his own fucking trailer. And then I go into the trailer, and I read, I'm looking at this fucking sheet. It says, Dave. And it's on Hulu right now. Shout out to Lil Dicky, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Gator. It's on Hulu. I read this shit. It says executive producers, Kevin Hart, Scooter Braun. I see FX Presents. I say, damn, nigga, this is a real TV show. This ain't no little boy shit. This is my first time. I ended up doing good on one episode. And all the people was like, damn, you did your shit. You did your shit. Then they call me back for another episode. And I do another episode. I don't know what it's like. You feel me? From there, I'm still dropping music, doing my thing. Lil Dicky hits me up, his team. And no, it ain't no web series. This is on Hulu right now. So if you have Hulu, you can watch Dave on FX. I'm on the first season, episodes 3 and 5. You can see your boy AD on there. Yeah, Dicky and them hit me up and they're like, yeah, I want you to come to the premiere. So I go to the motherfucking premiere at a movie theater. Now, I thought that they were going to play the first 2 episodes. I didn't think that I was going to be in the shows that they were going to in the theater. So I get to this, I'm just happy to be a part of the show. I come to the premiere. My nigga, I'm in a big ass movie theater. I see myself come in for the first time on a movie theater screen. And I watch me act. And I watch motherfuckers laughing and reacting to me on a movie theater screen. As soon as that episode was done in theater, I seen my name on the credit. At that moment, I said, I got way more to give than just rapping. I wanted to do way more. I said, I got way more to give. The sky's the limit. I can be a real entertainer. Like, I can do it all. I can get my Will Smith, Ice Cube and shit on. And I go to the after party at Soho House, and all the directors and all these actors are telling me, hey, you're so dope. You can act. You need to keep doing this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Just like that. And then from there, maybe 8 months to a year later, I meet this nigga Adam at a Greedo video shoot. You know what I'm saying? I talked to him, just chopping it up with him. I'm like, hey man, I fuck with No Jumper. Can I get an interview and shit like that? And he's like, yeah, we'll set it up. Adam ends up hitting me up. I go do my No Jumper interview. You know what I mean? Dope as fuck. I didn't think nothing of it. I go do my motherfucking interview. Boom. Months later, Adam hits me up and he says, hey, I got this Snapchat show. You know, we're trying out new people. Like, would you be interested in, you know, like trying out the show with us? And I was like, Snapchat? I don't think like that'll fuck my career up in any type of way. But now my mindset is like, I want to get into more things. So I was like, fuck it. Let's try it. So I shot a pilot with a different girl. I forgot the girl's name. And didn't hear nothing back. Adam ended up calling me back. And he was like, hey, I got the Snapchat show now. You know, we think you'll be dope for this shit. And I said, fuck it, let's try it out. Pandemic happens. Now, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm at the house. So me and Adam are doing this Snapchat show. And I'm doing this shit 3 times a week. And I started substituting, you know, when Cam Girl would miss or house phone would miss. And it went from that to Adam saying, we think you'd be dope for your own show. And I was like, I don't know. But then I was like, let me stop getting out of my way. Let me stop getting out of my way. Fuck it. Nigga, we start at the end of the day. And from there, Cam Girl leaves. And I was supposed to be a temporary replacement until they found something else. So now I'm doing the Snapchat show, the No Jumper show, and at the end of the fucking day. You get what I'm saying? And in the grand scheme of things, I got music now. I got acting now. I'm like, shit is going in the upward trajectory that I wanted to go. Now I'm becoming the entertainer. And then I said, you know what? After trying Twitch 2 failed times, I said, man, fuck it. Got back on Twitch. And now look at this Twitch. We got Twitch now. We got community clips. Shout out to Big Chief. I started working with them. Got my own strain. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I got so much shit that's happening right now. I just filmed my first fucking movie. I'm in a major movie coming out this summer with Warner Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many other dope moves that I'm doing right now that I can't talk about. But I go to say all of this shit. It started with people telling me that the lifestyle that I want is not realistic. You get what I'm saying? If I was to listen to these people, listen to my family, listen to what anybody had to say, people projecting their fears, projecting their failures out on me, I would not be where I'm at right now. You would not be watching me right now. We will not be speaking about this shit right now. So do not listen to nobody. Push motherfucking hard. If AD can do all of this shit, you can do all of this shit too. The sky is the motherfucking limit. And let me tell you something. AD is not stopping. I'm going to keep climbing. I'm going to keep going to new heights. My life is going to continue to be legendary. I'm going to live a fucking movie every fucking day. A year from now, you're going to be like, God damn, 5 years from now, you're going to be like, God damn. 10 years from now, you're going to be like, God damn, that nigga AD is going fucking crazy. Nigga, do not listen to nobody. Make that shit happen. Whoever in this motherfucking chat has a dream, go grab that motherfucker. Go grab it, nigga. Don't be no bitch. Don't be no custard. Go make that shit happen. You feel? And then you see this? You got negativity in here. You're going to be a pack by then. And see, it's niggas like that keep us going. You can't stop it. Niggas hate to see you winning. You feel me? I'm in a whole new place than I was last year. About to get a whole new car. You feel me? Got a badass woman. My kids are healthy and straight. Money in the account. Nigga, and guess what? I'm independent. I don't have contracts with nobody, nigga. I don't got contracts with nobody. The sky's the limit. Can't nobody say they own AD. Can't nobody say none of that shit, nigga. You understand that? But fuck the negativity. But you need niggas like that. That just lets you know how much effect you got on these niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's how you